Alright, welcome. Cool music is playing. My audio levels seem to be good because I haven't changed them. I'm hearing an echo of myself on my headphones, so that seems to be all good. Yeah, welcome to part 5. I've been playing this for a while. I'm excited for this. I've finally reached the crime scene, as the title of the video specifies. And yeah, so we've probably gotten to the meat of everything. We've interrogated everybody. We've asked around, and we're beginning to get an idea of what's going on. Before we get into it, I'll just remind everybody that if you want to see the previous parts, it'll all be on YouTube. I'm going to actually go to my YouTube channel and figure out what the actual URL is. My channel. No real shortcut, but if you just search for Mine L Lenahan, which is the name of this channel, on YouTube, you should be able to find essentially the entirety of the Let's Play that I've done with Paradise Killer. So I'm very excited for that. You can also find some various other things here and there. And yeah, and follow me on the Twitch and on the Twitter to find out what I'm streaming. All right. So without any further ado, let's jump over to the gameplay channel and see how it goes. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I'm just going to restart this. Let's jump back to this other screen. Let's go over to that one. Music starts again. And then I'm just going to have a little bit of double audio. Then we will try that again. Paradise Killer. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump in. We'll pick up from where we left off. I think I saved just outside of the crime scene, where a lot of things happened. I'll try and reiterate what occurred as we sort of went through it. We'll see how the volume is. The game's a little loud, I think. I'll turn down a slight bit and jump over. Alright, so let's jump into it.
Paradise Killer.
Paradise Killer. I will also... one thing I found in the last Let's Play is that you can go to Crimson Acid and buy cool skins, I think. I don't know if that was that one or before, but this great skin for my computer came from buying it there. So maybe I'll buy more, but maybe I'll just be happy with what I have. Alright, so let's figure out what we want to do. Let's go to this crime scene. So, last time we found this moon. The time before last, I think we found this the gateway to this thing, this weird occult gateway, which was locked off to us. We figured out that it was unlocked by a strange computer, and it led to here, where there is a bunch of gateways, all of which have been broken or bypassed, and we're going to go through and investigate how all this occurred. Also, here are all the council members, the people who are responsible for making the new island work properly. They have all been killed presumably by this thing, which is a what do they call it? A killer demon.
Got it.
It was shot by Leader Montserrat, who's dead.
The investigator is here.
If you can read quickly, you can go through this, but otherwise, I read all this out before, in the previous Let's Play. So yeah,
Sure.
let's jump through it. Okay. Remember, this was a very long dialogue thing.
What the hell?
So yes, so basically there is a crate, this thing here, which was planted here, which had a demon inside of it, and it opened up. It has residue of the, I think, the dead zone, where Sam Daybreak and Lydia Daybreak had a weird door to in their house. So, my thought is, while there is specific things to check out, I'm just going to basically wander around and speak with people. This belongs to Yuri, whose name I forget. Yuri Knight, who is a normal person who turned into a god, which is, I think, illegal. And yeah. And there's also a bunch of doors, which I'm going to read over now just so I can remember. Alright. A blood lock was supposed to be secure. So some kind of blood, I think it's like the blood of Henry Division, who is like a god of some kind. It's implied.
Sure.
Fourth Holy Seal, what's the deal? There's a data port, Starlight might find something. Welcome to the Syndicate OS Black Planet. To deactivate Fourth Holy Seal barrier, please become godlike. Barrier? The barrier is freaking out.
That's weird.
Become godlike? Please present god lines to bioscanner.
What the hell?
It's checking to see if someone is biologically godlike. Error, 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 error. Did that before. Fourth Holy Seal is non-responsive. System has suffered a critical failure. Please reboot system. Leader Montserrat. Authorization required. The Fourth Holy Seal is toast. Whatever happened last night did a number on it.
Sure.
People have been using crying grudge's flesh to pass through the barrier. Then how did Henry get through the seal? And then there's this blood. This blood trail leads away from the council penthouse. Whose blood is it? No match to any council members that were in here last night. There is a trace of Ice Kwavi's blood. He took his own life years ago, though.
Investigator is
It
here.
doesn't match Henry's blood. He doesn't have a massive wound on him anyway. No matches. Someone else was here last
Who the
night.
hell?
Why does this blood just end at the wall? The wall is normal. No signs of a secret entrance or anything. This just gets weirder. So I'm not sure about what's happening with the blood. But yes, I'm just going to go around and ask people things. Currently the number one suspects for getting stuff in here is Lydia and Sam Daybreak. And because they had access to having the demon. I'm also finding that in this game, it started off me being like, wow, look at this weird and kooky thing. But now I'm several hours into it. I'm just like, what is... like, all the weird stuff has become normal. And I've become weirded out. So, Yuri's close. I don't want to speak with Yuri yet. Let's go to Sam. Yeah. I also noted that, like, in the previous Let's Play, that I still could get into here. What was the story with this? Oh, yeah. So I want to get into this barracks, or whatever the hell it is, because there's supposedly some guards who Akiko is hiding away, having faked their deaths, and they're somewhere inside here. But I'll come to that later. Maybe I'll speak with Judge. I haven't spoken with Judge since like the first episode. I'm not sure what happens. I think this is the entrance. Alright. Try this way? That's right. Alright. Let's say hi to Judge, and hopefully we don't start the trial by accident. My old gun, when time comes to execute justice, she will sing the song of punishment. I forgot about that. The investigator, are you our savior as well? Is paradise worth saving? Are you ready to start the trial that will determine the fate of the syndicate? Have you found facts and crafted a truth? I'm ready to work through this with you, Lady Lovedeyes. We shall examine your case file and cast a light upon the shadowy recesses where truth lies. Are you ready to begin the trials, Lady Lovedeyes? This is the point of no return. Ensure that you are happy with your evidence and reasoning. There is no going back. Still working on it, Judge. I'm almost salivating for the trial. Come back when you are ready. Truths cannot hide. It's so interesting that just like such a core part of the game, like the final boss battle, so to speak. I don't even know anything of what mechanics will be like. I don't know if it's going to be like an entirely new game or what. Alright. Let's speak to Sam first. Sam is there. Alright, back in the platforming. Which building was it? Ages away. Okay. Actually, I'm going to talk with Acid. Talk with Crimson Acid about everything. Hi, I found a lot of shit out. Let's hang out. Time for a chat, Crimson? You still read much, lady? Not a lot to read in the Idle Lands. Let me give you this. One of the citizens brought it on the island. One of the citizens we brought on the island was carrying a few volumes of it. It's my new favorite. Enrapturing manga found. Negoshi's helicopter? A humble designer dreams about flying a helicopter through the city. Looks good. Does he achieve his goal? You need to read it to find out. What did you miss most in exile? You guys. The old gang. We live in the shadow of genocidal gods. Praise be, of course. But you guys made it better.
Good.
It was a different time back then. The islands were a mess, but it was us against the world. The syndicate got too comfortable, too predictable. That's why last night happened. A lot of good times in the old islands. Immortality was a fun thing to experiment with. Endless possibility. People started settling down though. It didn't end because you got exiled. Is this about me getting married? Partly. All of the syndicate got boring in one way or another. Montserrat started cracking the whip about building better islands. Akiko got a stick up her ass. Doom Jazz only knows so many tricks. I'm glad you got married and found happiness, but you left me behind.
Sorry.
I didn't realize. I thought we were just fooling around. We were. I enjoyed it, but I wanted it to last longer. That was the past. All good things to come to an end, Crimson. That's in the past now. The world turns. I get it.
Thank you.
It was good talking with you after all this time, but we need to keep it business from now on. Old wounds and all that. Understood.
Relic obtained.
Could any product that relates to Henry's father? Digging the past, lady? Is there truth in the midst of time? An investigator investigates. The third holy seal is a blood log that requires council blood. I need to know where Henry got that blood from. Henry's father is an Onward, isn't it? The Syndicate control this island. The citizens monitored like cattle. This slipped through, though. I've been trying to find out the answer myself. I don't like unknowns. I haven't got much, but I do have something to sell. Yeah, one blood crystal.
Thank you.
Nice doing business with you. I've got records of some private financial transactions between Rena Division and Ais Kawami. Ah.
Got it.
What kind of transactions? Ais was giving her money. Henry was born 27 years ago, right? These transactions date back to 27 years and 5 months ago. And? I thought you were an investigator. Why would a powerful council member be giving personal money in secretive transaction to a female citizen 5 months before her only child was born?
That's strange.
Oh. Third Holy Seal. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal?
Business is
I know that it
booming.
will cost you.
Booming
Yes.
boy.
Nice doing business with you. It's a blood
What
log.
the hell?
How do you know that?
Have my ways.
I have my ways. Someone let it slip.
The investigator is
Who?
here.
Ais Kawami. That made him tell you? That will always be my secret.
Ooh, the
What made him tell you?
investigator is here.
Who else knows? Who can say? May the gods carry him through the cosmos, but he was easy to manipulate. He had a weakness for women and easily gave in to cosmic fear. Who knows who talks? Who knows who talks to who on this island? Who knows what secret meetings happened in quiet rooms? Who knows what gets said when someone has a fear of God put in them?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, that narrows it down. Do you know anything about how the council entered the penthouse? If I knew the secrets of the seals, we wouldn't be doing this dance. I don't mean the seals. I mean, how do they go in and out frequently? Are they in there every day? The penthouse is reserved for special business. It takes a lot to get the council in there. Big building to be hardly ever used.
Don't be coy.
Montserrat loved his concrete. He wanted something large and imposing. Something to reach the heavens without the audacity of Babylon. Why not build it on the mountain if he wants to reach the heavens? The mountain is reserved for holy grounds. The temple is carved into it. You don't argue with the high priestess. Anyway, Montserrat decided that the council would only enter the penthouse together. His paranoia was growing unabated. Do you know he always carried a gun? The old Montserrat never used to do that. So would it be weird if I have evidence of a council member entering by themselves 2 days before the murder?
Who knows?
If a council member did, they would be going directly against our leader. Risky move. None of us are privy to anything that happens with the council, so I can't see it for sure. I haven't heard anything about council members disobeying him, though. If that's evidence you've got, something was definitely suspicious. Man, these conversations are great. What do you know about the fourth holy seal? It's an open secret that requires some kind of godliness to get
That's
through.
strange.
An open secret? Word got out a while back. From who? Not sure, it just kind of bubbled up. Someone probably got loose-lipped after a drink. Hold on, I'm just gonna blow my nose. Alright, let's go back into it. Someone probably got loose-lipped after a drink. So everyone in the syndicate would know how to breach it. Not the specifics, but if anyone says they don't know anything about it, they're lying. Trying to cover their asses. Now you're here. Time to uncover some asses. Phrasing. Go get him, Tiger. Crimson, you got the inside tracker on demons on the island? You mean Shinji?
Oh,
Let's start with Shinji. He's a little asshole, but he's harmless.
that's
You've met him?
weird.
Why hasn't he been captured? He's weak. He has to choose when and where to physically manifest himself, so he avoided capture. You've not reported him? He's helped me with a few things. He's seen things I haven't. The island's going to end. He's too weak to do anything, so what's the harm? Could he have killed the council?
Thank you.
No way. He has limits. He can barely hold physical objects. His weakened astral body conflicts with our reality. What about other demons?
What do you mean?
On the island? I assume the marshals got them all up to the Henry incident. So you're not aware of any other demons on the island that might have got into the council penthouse last night and redecorated in a nice shade of viscera? What do you know about secret demonology labs? You mean in the one in the dead zone coded to witness in Carmelina's blood vials? I'm so curious how this was written. Like, would Crimson Acid say something else if I hadn't already been there? Good work, lady. I've been in it, but I don't know how it was kept a secret. I think it was an old panic room Carmelina designed into the island. I've never been in there, but I realized Witness was up to something a while back. He managed to keep it a secret from everyone else, but I have ways of finding things out. Why did he start down this dark path? Witness wants to understand why Paradise fails. The fail point is demonic corruption. It rots the island and causes the end of a paradise. I need to find out more. Max level hangout. May your journey be endless, and may you reach the moon. It's kind of starting to feel like the end game. Like, I feel like I have so much more to learn about everything, but at the same time, it's just like I've max leveled out the relationship stuff. I've found a bunch of stuff out. I think I only have like one what's it called? The programs. I have my upgrades. I have, I think. Oh, I can go to the. Oh, I should probably go to the. I should go to that weird island. I should go to that pyramid and see what's there. But yeah, I have most of those. Hey, Shinji. Time to cut the air. A time for monolithic cities. A time for blood. A time for psychosis.
That's weird.
That was weird. That's a Dickens reference. Oop. Nope. The investigator leaps. Unstoppable.
Daybreak.
Hang out.
Let's go for a drive, LD.
Sure. Your time is limited. Your jacket doesn't smell too bad. Well, ain't you a charmer, LD? Ever thought about replacing it? You're out of your mind. You never replace a battle jacket. It becomes part of your life, part of you. It's been millennia. And it'll be millennia more. What are you painting at the moment? Abstract stuff. This island has existed for centuries. What does it mean to me? That kind of thing. I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them. Might learn something more about you. I'll paint something that represents you, LD. What represents me? I'm thinking about it. It must be a hard island to paint. Why? Ooh, island is unsettled or island history? Island is unsettled. This island is unsettled. You can feel it. Nothing was right. I hear you. This place needs to end. It has needed to for a while. The beach okay again, LD? Perfect.
The island feels bad,
LD,
LD.
I have something I think we should discuss.
It's
It's probably nothing, LD.
Sure.
Nothing is probably something.
Huh?
K-Man is missing, right? K-Man?
it's
Sorry, KHX. Yeah, he is.
come on, LD.
This probably has nothing to do with it, but I liked hanging out with K-Man, so I want to tell you. The other day, Yuri started freaking out in the HQ. Totally went off at one of the assistants.
I don't like this.
How does this relate to KHX? He was looking for his ring. It's a nice ring that he commissioned from KHX.
Sure.
This ring by any chance?
Right on,
That's the one, LD. The blue, big blue sapphire looks good, right? It catches the light? Yeah, it catches the light. It looks like the ocean.
Why?
Where did you find it? Sorry, Lydia. Investigator secret. Why was he yelling at the assistant? Yuri was lashing out. He lost the ring and was going berserk
Come
about it.
on, LD.
Do you think this is relevant? I want to help K-Man, you know? I think it is. Thanks, Lydia. So again, so far all the interrogations have kind of come up, like, no one's come out and admit what's going on. No one's been like, this is what is happening. This is my admission to the terrible crimes I have been doing. Instead, it has just been, they've just been like, oh yeah, well, I'm not going to say anything more. And then I'm going to have to do the court case thing later on. What are your tire tracks doing up on the cliff overlooking the obelisks?
What are you talking about, LD?
Why do you want to know, LD? They hold the secret to the second holy seal, and I found tire tracks putting you there.
Right on,
LD, I go all over the island. It's a nice view there. So you didn't go there to access the obelisks? Nope. What's going on with the message Witness sent you with the key for the beach obelisks? What message, LD?
That's it.
Sorry. The Moon database has a backup of your tablet. There's a message from Witness with a file attached that's the key to using the obelisks.
What are you talking about, LD?
Is that what that was? I got a message and as soon as the mail client opened it, it crashed out and the tablet died. The tablet was straight dead after that. Did you take it to get looked at? Nah, LD. It was a few days ago. We all get new tablets on the next island and my phone still works so I could do my job. That's your statement? Sure is, LD. I don't know about the file or key or whatever it was. What do you know about the third holy seal? Can't help you, LD. It's all a secret. What do you know about the fourth holy seal? I don't know, LD. The holy seals are kept secret. Know anything about demons in the island? Not a thing, LD. Didn't the marshals kill them all during the Henry incident? I expect to gaze upon a star. I mean, you reach the moon. You're up to things. You're right there. Okay, I'm gonna speak to Sam, and then I'm gonna go to the God Island and see what I find.
Blood crystal obtained.
Ha.
Relic obtained.
Glittering sequin ward obtained. A strange folklore developed among citizens, believing that scattering sequins outside their home would ward off demons. Weird. Also, speaking of, I wanted to... I wanted to check out that blue ring. A gaudy ring with a blue sapphire found in KHX's death grip vest. Why was he clutching this so dearly when he died? Is this related to the attacker? Thanks to Lydia, I can identify. Looks like I can identify this as Yuri's ring. KHX's body is at the bottom of the cliff, along with Yuri's ring. Yuri also shut down the boat trips that would have allowed people to see the body. Did he drag and dump the body? Oh wow. So previously the unsorted evidence used to have the boat trips being cancelled. But now all of that has changed. Fun. And this is the shortcut. This isn't the door I want. I think. Oh, there it is. Whoop. Thought that would be longer. Bar knife through the heart. Which we know is like both this character, both Sam and Lydia associate their former lives as assassin with what they're doing now. Sam thinks that getting to know people and knowing drinks is important. So that's why this bar is called that.
Daybreak.
Fancy a drink?
Fancy a drink? Yes. What is it this time, Sam? A special one that would be appropriate, don't you think? I saved your glass. My
Fancy a
glass?
drink?
You remember, don't you? A glass perfect for a carved ice ball, right? Gross.
I'm glad to be back.
You really do remember your guest, Sam. I must try, mustn't I?
Fancy a drink?
I have my own blend, Night Alone, a deep whiskey with complex flavors. The spices mixed with orange and a hint of honeysuckle.
My only plant.
It is meant to be savored without being diluted. I hand carve the ice for each glass. Your glass has the perfect shape. Where do you get the ice? This island is suffocatingly hot. The Deep Factory produces negative 20 degrees Celsius ice that is frozen over a period of days. The longer it takes to freeze, the harder and clearer it is. You can see, can't you, LD, how perfect this is? The ice doesn't melt and dilute the whiskey. A good observer. The colder ice takes longer to melt, and you can savor the whiskey for longer without it becoming diluted. An excellent way to spend some time, wouldn't you say?
Sure.
What's the most important ingredient in your blends? It's hard to say in a lot of craft, isn't it? Everything has its place and use, doesn't it? If you push me for an answer, it is my love for Lydia. You can relate, can't you? She is my partner in life, and my respect for her gives me something to live up to. I miss that. I miss having that. Do you want to have a lover, LD? Jesus.
Sorry.
A lover and a partner. I miss Isaiah. The journey to perfection is a hard one. Loved ones are essential. We have similar outlooks, don't we? It is always a pleasure, LD. I'll be back. One more thing.
Relic obtained.
Alright, so the murder you did.
Is this a
Know anything about an unauthorized distillery in the Dead
I
Zone?
am under suspicion, LD.
Ah. The Dead Zone has an aura. The structure of the island is corrupted there. It gives whiskey a unique taste. Surely the whiskey is tainted as well. It's a quad filtered. The flavor is there, but the taint is removed. It's clean. You should try some. I know it's illegal, but how many times do you get to have whiskey blended in the demonic hot zone? I needed to know. You understand, right? I found a chiller containing a blood vial at your little distillery. What? What chiller? Don't test me. Why is the label scratched off? That's not my business, is it? The vial came from Doom Jazz, didn't it? They're turning on each other. The doctor? It's my prescription. Your name doesn't have a K in it. It's like at the end. What do you know about the third holy seal, Sam? I don't know a thing. All of the seals are mysteries, aren't they? What do you know about the fourth holy seal? I don't think I know anything. No one does, do they? Would you know anything about demons on the island? There shouldn't be any demons on the island, should there? Fuck. May you always live in the shadow. And may you reach the moon. I want some damning. I want people to admit that they're killers.
Blood crystal obtained.
Okay. Okay. The time has come to go to the Devil Island. If I remember correctly, it's over here, but I'll also check the map. Yeah, so I think it's needed in a Doom Jazz's yacht. I think I've overshot where the yacht is. I wish I remembered where everything was. So yeah, to go back on my thoughts about the island and that sort of thing. I think it's been hinted at before that the demons have tried to something that like the workers have some kind of like unions that they're trying to form. I've gone that way. And the demons, at least Shinji, have all been like saying like down with the order of the structures and so forth. So I'm so interested to see how it all ties in. And like ideally, I would like to play this game in a way that the Syndicate does not get reformed. And something bad happens. Like the next island doesn't have a Syndicate. And it's just like just the people running it or something. And see what that's like. And so Lady Love dies and just be a normal person again. And I don't know what happens with the gods and so forth, but something happens. Which is interesting. I think it's like, I'm not sure how the end game will work, and so my mind has just been like, oh, I can just do all these things. I can redo all the politics and figure everything out. For now, I'm just gonna wander around and collect blood crystals. I think that's the boat over. Maybe I'm wrong. What's the thing I do? Yeah.
Blood crystal obtained.
Shinji. How would you do it?
That's weird.
Do what? Murder the council, clear paradise, all that. Cynical gun, savage knife. Cynical. A gun. A gun? Yeah, just walk in, bullet in each head. You're messed up. You asked. Whatever. Laters. I also like that the talking with Crimson has revealed that Shinji is blowing up. Not because Shinji is absolutely wild and amazing. Oops. Which Shinji obviously is, but because Shinji is a weak demon and is unable to sort of keep themselves in one place, but also so they can get out quickly, which is pretty neat.
Doctor Ninjas.
Hang out. Got a sec, Jock? Wonderful to see you again. You're the only one who doesn't call me the investigation freak. It's not nice to call people names, is it? That name was given to you derogatorily. You may have lived up to it, but you should be careful of the labels you let stick to you. Perspective. Depends on your perspective. How do you mean? Other people can see something about us we can't ourselves, even if that opinion comes from a place of nastiness.
The island is about to end.
On the other hand, it's easy to accept what others tell you about yourself. It's a fine line. You always go in for the real talk nowadays. Got something else you want to talk about? I don't know. Things just feel pretty heavy around here. Effective mass murder. A mass murder tends to do that. Drags everyone down. Kills the vibe. No one's very posy anymore.
I'm worried.
I just want to get to the perfect 25 and start again. I'm doing my best, Doc.
Favorite investigator.
You always do. That's why you were called down. You're forgiving and forgetting my past. Whatever. We all make mistakes. I've never been the type to bind people to their history. People changed. I'm impressed, Doc. You didn't proposition me this time.
Indeed.
I assume you're going to stop by again at some point before this is all over. We'll see. Reveal your secrets. No. Do you give Sam blood? Do you give Sam blood? Yes, I do. He has a rare condition. You may have noticed he has no flesh and his skeleton is bright red. The council approved letting him have citizen blood that is left in the temple. He developed this condition a few sequences ago. I suspect his body is starting to give out. Doc, the third holy seal is a blood lock coded to the council blood.
How?
Makes
The
sense?
investigator is here.
Who's got council blood?
I'm a professional.
Is that a trick question, Love Dice? Only the council. What if that wasn't true?
What?
Are you asking if someone secretly has council blood? That's a stretch, Love Dice. What about you? Do you give samples? Do you keep sample of council blood? I do for medical reasons. They're locked down though. Should someone have taken one?
I'm worried.
Should someone have taken one? They're under high
The
security.
investigator is here.
Anything suspicious recently? Nope. Anyone been in your clinic who shouldn't be in there recently?
Investigator.
Nope. Although we did catch Sam in there. He was just picking up his prescription though.
Ah.
Can you check the council blood samples are all accounted for? Let me just pull up the inventory on my phone. Sorry, the app has taken ages to load.
I see.
That's odd. There's one missing, but the security alarm didn't go off. Whose sample is missing? Kafka memories. There's an anomaly with Kafka's login to the blood log.
Why?
This is bad, Love
Got
Dies.
it.
You don't need to tell me. This puts you and or Sam at the scene.
You've got this wrong.
I had nothing to do with this. A blood sample from your clinic was found on the seal. You found Sam snooping in your clinic. Maybe he took the sample and used it?
You've got this wrong.
Well, sure as hell wasn't me. Why do we know who Henry's father is? You mean why wasn't that tracked like every other birth? Yes, you're the doctor after all. When she gave birth, she said she didn't know who the father was. What about DNA? The test came up blank. Isn't that concerning? Very. Not a lot I can do though. Why would a DNA test come up blank? We miss someone and don't have them recorded. I don't think this is important, Love Dies. I'm not sure how this relates to the council murder.
Sure.
What if someone deliberately kept a birth a secret? Why would they do that? Someone having an affair they shouldn't be? It's a possibility, but you need some high-level clearance for that. Or access to you.
This is bad.
That's quite the accusation, investigator. What do you know about the Fourth Holy Seal? Another thing, Love Dies, council secrets and all that. Know anything about demons on the island?
What?
What are you talking about, Love Dies? The marshals killed them all, didn't they? Alright. May the cosmos be a mystery, and may you reach the moon. So I think Doom Jazz is just a patsy. Oh, fuck. Fuck.
Brief warning.
Yeah, fast travel. Alright. Let's go speak to a god and see how they're going. Hacking time.
Nightmare computer.
Bam. 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 Cosmos. Bam. 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 Worship. We got weird legs. We got arms. How do we do this? I don't know how to do this. Oh, hold on. Maybe I was right.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Well, that's unintuitive. Pyramid Crying Grudge. Oh God. Crying Grudge. Why am I plagued by insects? You don't seem particularly fazed by meeting a god. Strange day. I'm having a strange day. This isn't the weirdest thing I've done. Too many of you have come to see me in the last few days, exploiting my weakened state.
That's weird.
Who? Your mad king, obsessed little shit. The masked man, a sneaky one at that. Sneaky one, that one. The woman that builds. She is pure in her goals. I admire her. So that's Yuri, Witness to the End, and Lydia, I'm guessing. Or it's the architect lady. And now you. Who are you? I'm the investigator. What are you investigating?
Got it.
Last night someone murdered the council. Ha 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 ha. The Mad King is dead.
What the hell?
Why do you refer to Monster Rat as mad? He believed he was more than he was. Anyone like that is mad. He doubled down on his madness, though. His plans for the next island. The arrogance. Who is the masked man who came to see you? Are all of you like him? Why live like that? You need to find why he took my flesh from me. Do you have a name? The one that oversees the end of an island. I have met him before. He came to me recently. Witness? What did he want? My flesh.
Ooh.
Why?
The investigator is here.
The key to a lock. The same as the woman. You called her a builder? Do you mean architect Carmelina? She is more creative. She had a better plan. What plan are you talking about? The flesh was fused with another. My body lives elsewhere on this island. Flesh was fused with another. My body lives elsewhere on this island. Is this Henry? Anyone else stop by to tear a strip off? When the Mad King wasn't so mad, he used my flesh to make the lock. He wore it on a pendant. No one can open the lock without him. What lock? The Mad King's fourth holy seal. You need my flesh to pass through it. What do you know about someone possessed by a demon? I can feel him out there. The anger emanating from him is like a smog. Did he get some of your flesh? He didn't come here, but who can say? Leave me. I am bored of you. Jesus. Bye. It's so weird that this place is just a cool little weird place, and now it's just like haunting. So look up at that weird lightning in the sky and just know what's in there. Let's see if Doom Jazz has taught us anything new. Or we have anything new to ask Doom Jazz about. Can we go in here? It looks like a door we can interact with.
Investigation.
Medical textbook. This looks long, detailed, and boring. Wine. Doom Jazz always has always gets the best bottles. If you do spend the night with him, you at least get a nice glass of wine out of it. Several, really. Ugh. Power tools. Looks like Doom Jazz does his own maintenance on his arms, despite them being made by Masahiro Heavy Industries. Photo of Akiko. A photo of Grand Marshal Akiko 14. Huh.
That's strange.
Does Doom Jazz hold a candle for Akiko?
Got it.
Always thought he was the love him and leave him type. Doom Jazz, what are you up to?
Dr. Jazz.
Can we hang out? Yes! Got a sec, Doc? Back for more real talk? Hit me.
Wanna play doctor?
Nothing lasts forever except the certainty of change. Quoting philosophy now? Please. Some song on a skate punk compilation. Skate punk? I never thought you'd be into that. One of the citizens we abducted from the real world had it with him. What else? What other phases have I missed? Got big into mathcore for a while. I was drinking a lot of coffee and Mexican hip hop. For everything that's wrong with these islands, at least we have a lot of different people here. But punk is this island's flavor? Hopefully, we'll adopt someone with some more CDs for Perfect 25.
Hypothetically?
You'd think a mass of oppressed citizens would mean there was more punk music on the island.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Not allowing them access to instruments or any real means of creativity probably hinders that. Why do you think there are so many murders in the apartments? Jesus.
Investigator.
Montserrat always said you can't build pyramids without slaves. We've got enough pyramids. I agree. Catch you later, Doc. What a fun time we've had. What's with the photo of Akiko in your
The
boat?
island is about to end.
None of your business, investigator. But
What?
I said none of your business. Leave it. Alright. May the cosmos be a mystery. And may you reach the moon.
Ha!
Interesting, interesting, interesting. Let's talk to Carmelina. She's stolen some flesh from a god. That feels bad.
Ha! Oh. Oh.
Do we go this way? Oh, what? What the shit? Weird. Lost pain. He escapes to the moon's dark side during the Great Betrayal. He is trying to drain the moon's power to complete his resurrection. We need to deal with him before that happens. Okay. Yeah, that's where I was before. Lydia Montserrat, may the silent goat always
I
walk
have
with you.
a bad feeling about this.
I'll find who did this, Lydia. Ring's different.
Halt!
Old.
What do you want, freak?
What do you want, freak? Let me in. Do you have to go through this every time? Just take me to see Carmelina.
Architect Carmelina Silent.
Hang out. Can I ask you something, Architect? How can I help Lady Love Dies?
Ah,
This island has an air of quietude.
We have achieved perfection.
Indeed it does. There is balance here.
I'm
There is a
glad to
balance
be
here.
back.
Where does the balance come from? Positioning of function creates form. The functions of the island are arranged as a diamond on a compass. Everything has a place only it can have. That is apparent. An architect that is scared of function and tries to hide it away is a coward with narrow tastes. What do you mean? It is not happenstance that I chose to expose the workings of the island. For example, electricity meters on the side of the buildings are not hidden in a more form-fitting hatch or closet. They are exposed and allow us to appreciate their function. If we can find function visually appealing, then we have grown.
Craft is its own reward.
The circumstances you find yourself in are of course terrible, but I do hope you enjoy your time exploring
I'm
this
glad
island.
to be back.
Thank you for your time, Architect. That's pretty cool. It's like explaining the design of this game within this character who is the architect person. I like that a lot. Investigator, can we discuss something of a delicate nature? Do you have something you want to tell the investigator?
Beg your pardon?
I don't know if this is relevant, but I will disclose it. At midnight, Witness was fiddling with his phone.
Sure.
Did you see what he was doing? I
Don't
didn't.
test me.
Midnight was when the council were murdered. We were in the middle of a conversation. He abruptly took out his phone and started using it. He was tapping at it for a few seconds. Did he step out of the room?
Beg your pardon?
No? Why do you ask? That means he wasn't making a call. Or if he was, it wasn't the one that he answered. It wasn't one that it was answered.
Sure.
Did he say what it was about? No, he acted like nothing happened. Thank you, Architect. God flesh. Want to tell me what you were doing carving flesh from a god?
This is nonsense.
How dare you accuse me of a vile crime like that? That is the height of heresy.
Fine is the
Crying Grudge said it himself.
This is nonsense.
No such thing happened. I think it did.
Do your job.
Then you will need some evidence. You are accusing the leader of the syndicate of one of the worst crimes imaginable. Temporary leader. What do you know about the fourth
We
holy
have
seal?
achieved perfection.
Nothing, investigator. It is not my place to know. If no one knows how to get into the council building, and the next island is already built with a new council building, how will the new council get into it? A good question. If the seals on the next islands cannot be breached, we will rebuild the council building. The perfect next island already sounds less than perfect.
Craft is its own
Perfection
reward.
requires adaptability. We will adapt. I've been in your bunker. Why was it coded only to Witness's blood vial?
Beg your pardon?
It embarrasses me to say it, but it was a lover's retreat. I disliked the design as a bunker and dropped my plan for them. It sat unused.
We have achieved perfection.
Spending time there with Witness felt illicit, exciting, but things didn't work out. I haven't been in there in years. I saw in the logs I saw in the logs I pulled from
I
it.
don't like this.
So you definitely weren't experimenting on a killer demon in there. That's right, I did check that out. Absolutely not. Know anything about demons on the island?
How dare you?
Besides the one that resides within the killer? Alleged killer. Nothing has been proven yet. He's still an alleged killer. Quite. The marshals did an exemplary job of wiping the demons out. It was not enough to stop the corruption, though. Can you tell me about the secret panic room experiment?
What?
Where did you hear that? People talk. I abandoned that a long time ago. It was designed to be a bunker of sorts. My plan was to stop them around the islands in case of attack. Syndicate members could hide in them. Do you know anything about the third holy seal? He's a secret investigator, but without my knowledge. May the silent goat walk with you, and may you reach the moon. I want to speak with Witness. Because Witness did it. Then I want to try and speak to Akiko so I can try and get in this damn barracks. Damn. Oh. Oh. Bam. Got it. So I have a feeling this is again going to be kind of disappointing, in that I'll start speaking with Witness, and Witness will be like, "No, I have no idea what you're talking about."
Witness to the end.
Want to chat, witness? I must warn you that I'm not one for long conversations.
The investigator is here.
Why plants?
The gods are radiant.
The gods tended to us and raised us. Maybe I can hope to have some insight into their brilliance by tending to life myself. I remember that you were a devoted follower of destroyed Eden. He gallops through the universe, a true majesty. My unwavering devotion to him got through my many dark times. He was a light I could follow. Do you want to talk about these dark times? They are behind me now. The old life is gone. Now I only concern myself with my holy work. Do not dwell on your past. Embrace the life ahead of you, and let the gods shine upon it. I'll keep that in mind. Confess. I am enjoying our conversations, Lady Love Dies. There is a sensitive matter which we could discuss further. Yes. Do you have something you want to tell the investigator? Things happened while you were in exile, Lady Love Dies. The architect and I became close, and we married. Oh. That's very sweet. It didn't last, though. She is obsessed with a perfect island. There isn't any room in her heart for me or the gods. I've been reluctant to tell you until now, but I am worried about her. Her mind is not on the cosmos. In what way? Do you believe that you should be rewarded for your craft? Craft is a reward unto itself. The architect was like that as well, but dark clouds began to gather over her. Her prayers were not as fervent as they once were. I felt her work was not being done in the name of our star-born masters. She began to crave more validation, more credit for her work.
Sure.
She architects our islands. Without her, we have nothing. Our work is for the gods. They lifted us up, and we must do the same for them. Personal reward is a sin that punishes us from their light. I fear she has forgotten this. Thank you for confiding in me, witness. Now, time to accusing of murder.
Is this a fact?
Why did you want
Or
Crimson to get to the key to the second seal? I didn't. You're lying. I have testimony that you not only asked her to get the key, but that she gave you the key herself. She gave you the key as well. That simply isn't true. I have almost nothing to do with Miss Acid. She's lying to you, Lady Love Dies. You are being played. Have you got the key? I didn't even know the second seal required a key. I don't have it. You're lying. I am not Lady Love Dies. Miss Acid is tricking you. She is turning us against each other. Why? It is your job to find out. That's kind of interesting. I feel like if I was at a different point in this game, I would be like, "Oh, what's going on with Acid? Is Acid betraying us? Is she a femme fatale or whatever?" But no, this fool has been calling up the number and getting the demon released, and has been keeping an eye on things and has been planning around. You're 100% guilty of everything. Were you and Carmelina married 25 years ago? No, we had a fallen apart a few years before that. Why do you ask? Apparently she went into isolation for about a year 25 years ago. I remember that. I have no idea what she was doing. She likes to lose herself in her work. She said she was working on a project and she didn't want to be disturbed.
Don't test me.
Was full isolation unusual? Did she set off the demon? Like, it was from his phone, but a little, but I didn't pay much attention. The syndicate's fall from grace was a bigger concern.
The investigator is here.
Where did she isolate herself? She has always built herself little hideaways on the islands, places she won't be disturbed. I don't know where it was. You asked Crimson to get the key to the second holy seal from KHX. No, witness, I'm losing my patience. By asking her to do that, and by her account, taking a copy from her, you're the prime suspect for who went through it. I did nothing of the sort. You're denying all of it, or you're just going through the seal? Or just going through the seal? All of it. I had nothing to do with Miss Acid's preposterous story, or the second seal.
Don't test me.
No desire to cooperate at all? I can't cooperate with a fabrication. What do you know about the fourth holy seal? Nothing, Lady Lovedeyes. It is one of the council's secrets. A god told me you went and carved off some flesh. What's up with that? Not your concern.
Paradise feels
I vehemently, I don't know how to say that word, disagree. Fine. The islands die and I want to know why. Demons come to us and run our triumphs. Do the gods attract them? Does keeping one on the island make demonic invasions more likely? Why carve his flesh? Seems like a sin. I needed to study it. You can feel the cosmos when you look at the flesh of one of our lords. He is linked to the stars. He is linked to the stars. Is he a magnet?
the investigator is
What did you
here.
find? Nothing. The holiness of a lord should never have been questioned. Can I verify this is true? I conducted the research in private.
I have a
I didn't
bad
like the sound of
feeling
this
about
witness.
this.
Know anything about demons on the island? Demons? I don't. They're a blight in our holy work, corrupting our righteous home. The marshals exterminated them all after they came to the island. There shouldn't be any left. Do the marshals keep them? I found the hidden bunker you'd been using to study a killer demon in. That is nonsense. No, it isn't. It has a blood vial log coded to yours and Carmelina's blood vials. Get explain? Don't play games. That is an old panic room that Carmelina installed on the island. I am not comfortable talking about the times I used to spend with her, but that was her own hideaway for a time. I don't know anything about any illegal demonology studying
I'm
there.
glad to be back.
No demonology, just romanciology? What does that mean?
Got it.
I don't know. It sounded better in my head. You dialed the number 833-211-2ES9116RD at midnight last night. That call was to a receiver attached to a lock on a crate which contained a killer demon that had been hidden in the council penthouse. I have no idea what you're talking about.
When love
Yes, you
dies,
do.
all
You
that
unleashed that
remains
killer demon.
are the
No, I
facts.
didn't. Someone is trying to frame me.
Crime cannot hide.
Bullshit. Was it architect? Do you know anything about the third holy seal? The holy seals are kept a secret on purpose. May you fly with destroyed Eden, and may you reach the moon. Guess it's these two. The last one on my list. A door leads to the barracks. It is a secure tunnel to the desolation cell where Henry's incarcerated. It is coded only to Akiko's blood vial. Is that how I get in? I just have to beat up Akiko and steal her blood. It's kind of interesting. It's getting to the point where it's like frustrating. Like, where do I go for these clues? How do I keep going forward? Like, interrogating them is only going to get me so far. I have to like go over like what I actually have to do. But it's also feeling like I'm nearing the end.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Let's hang out. Not because I want to, but because I want to get your secrets. Got a minute, Akiko? You're going to die. Humor me.
Sure.
Do you know anything outside of soldiering? Do you do anything outside of soldiering? Why are you so interested to know? We're all part of the syndicate. I'm trying to establish a friendship.
Che.
Why would I want to have a friendship with a dubicule like you? Friends and relationships expand our worldview. They can also provide comfort and support.
Nenorachito.
Tikalos.
Ah.
Just tell me something about yourself. Do you have a pet?
Nenorachito.
A pet? Fine. 2 goldfish. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Siesta don Dureros. What are their names? I'm not telling you that. What drew you to fish? Did you have them as a kid? In the barracks, just after I was taken in by the New Knight Army. I looked after them while I adjusted to a military life.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Do you miss those days? War is no place for children, Prost. I did what I had to do. What about... That's it, I'm done. No more. Goodbye, Nonorachito. Nonorachito.
Sure.
Is there something else, Akiko? No, it's nothing. Akiko, it seemed like you had something that you wanted to say earlier. It was nothing, Nonorachito.
I have a bad feeling
Spit it
about
out.
this.
We're both busy. Do you know something about someone on the island? Fine, it's about Crimson.
What the hell?
What about her? She came to me in secret to ask about becoming a marshal. That tracks. I didn't give this information up lightly, Nonorachito. She used to be a fine soldier. She was blessed by the gods for her role in repelling the 19th Island invasion. I'm the only syndicate member allowed to be a marshal. There was nothing I could do for her. Why are you telling me this? Henry is your only suspect. Henry did it, Nonorachito, no doubt. I'm just telling you that there may be someone who would benefit from him doing it. I'll look into it. Thank you, Akiko. I found a photo of you in his boat.
Do you want to die?
I have nothing to say, Nonorachito. Do you two have a history?
Nenorachito.
I said I have nothing to say, Nonorachito. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? I know this Labagu who went through it and killed the council. What do you know about the Fourth Holy Seal? It says Contiaza Asta?
That's strange.
Sorry? I said, what does it matter? Whatever it was, this Labaggio got through it and needs to be executed. Serious. Trebui Sati Aduni Denorachito.
That's it.
Thanks for your help. Know anything about the demons on the island? We exterminated them, Denorachito. May a night be bright, and may you reach the moon. Hey, godchild.
Henry Division.
Let's talk, Henry. Is there any joy to be had about these islands? Oh yeah, too much really. What the fuck do you think?
Got it.
I'm just trying to get a handle of the island that birthed crime, the crime to end all crimes. We do our work and pray. Sometimes people go to that bar. Sometimes we go to the beach. Did you know that there's a boat ride? Fucking boat
Sure.
rides. Have you been on one?
My mind
Yeah.
is like a desert covered in fog.
A long time ago, my mum took me. We didn't get the best seats. I was a problem kid and she was a single mother. We always shunned. She made some friends eventually. There was a mahjong club in one of the apartments. She got in with them. What about you? I found kids to hang out with, not friends though. I just do stuff to make them laugh. Smash windows, set fire to people, whatever. That's when I started being arrested a lot. Hang on, what the fuck am I doing opening up like this? Whatever. You want to hear something fucking good? I got something. Something you want to tell me? Do you have something you want to tell the investigator? I like you, investigator. I think you're onto something. The code to the safe in my apartment is blah blah blah. Yes, I was just thinking about that. I thought you had a bad memory. Some things just get engraved in it. Trust me, I wish they didn't. People should have minds full of things. It's only... If you only have a couple of things rattling around in there, it's torture.
I spent my entire life
The same thing keeps bouncing off the edges of your consciousness, and it's like a gunshot each time.
Key item obtained.
Did you go through the bloodlock in the council building? What does the one in the armor say? Akiko, that you killed the council, so you went through all the holy seals. There you go then. No memory?
Got it.
I found your blood in the log. They put you at the scene.
I must be the bad guy, right?
Then why are you asking me? Do you know anything about your father? What do you think? He wasn't around when I was born. Did your mother know him?
The demon.
I think so. She'd never talk about him. I think she loved him. She was scared of talking about him. Find my father. What do you know about the fourth holy seal? What the fuck is that? One of the barrier. Uninterested. Get her on with the program. I have no memory. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Do you know anything about demons on the island? Besides me? No. Alright, let's see if there's anything. Gigo.
Grand Marshal Bakugo 14.
May night be bright, and may you reach the moon. So I think this is just going to be me doing side missions or something in order to get something. Like, I feel the safe might confirm the demon dad thing, but surely there's other things to check out. Who's the demon expert? Where is One Less Kiss? I feel like this is something that I shouldn't Google. Like, my first thing is like, how do I find One Last Kiss? How do I find this character? But I also just want to kind of like find her myself. Where am I? Okay. Lost mountain water obtained. Beautifully clear water once obtained from a well on an ancient mountain. The mountain was lost millennia ago. The water has never tasted the same since. Holy mountain. Coveted loyalty card obtained. Loyalty card for the Second Heaven convenience store. They pride themselves on their fried chicken. There's only one convenience store on the island. The card says in association with Dead Nebula. I know that laugh. Obsequious love letter obtained. A love letter from a young couple. R says he'll kill the moon with a railgun to prove his love to L. I'm also like worried that like in searching out these things after I've had all these dialogue options that I'll like miss things. But I also feel like I could just have these conversations later. A drink. The Way of Blood Bar, 25th Island sequence. Time moves differently on the island. I can't decide if I like it. Nor can I. It does things to people. What kind of things? It twists people, distorts their hearts. I think that's happened to me. So do I. Who are these two?
Relic obtained.
Chaos Domain whiskey obtained. Made in ex-bourbon casks. Has a fruity taste. Best savored in an enveloping fog. Do not look at the other people enjoying the fog. Fuck. That's right. The best way into this thing, I think, is Sam's bar. Or here? I don't recall.
Nightmare computer. Small triangle, stick, stick, triangle, triangle. Nightmare computer unlocked.
Yes, I have. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this is just a new entrance to the Dead Zone, which has cooler music, by the way. Did Nebula. The mascot was designed many hours ago by the artist Renoy. Kids love him. It's the last surviving building. This is the most like Umurangi generation building. I gotta go back for that game. Play that DLC. Henry said the code is that.
I'm glad to be back.
It unlocked. Proves that it pays to be nice to people sometimes. Let's see what a citizen like Henry would be hiding in a safe. The Grimoire of Megiddo. A bit of light reading.
Sure.
This book predates The Great Betrayal. It was written by a scholar of the esoteric Megiddo. She was famed for learning how to communicate with the gods and hold cosmic communes with them.
Don't test me.
This should be in the restricted vault of the Syndicate's
The
library.
investigator is here.
Yuri accessed the restricted area decades ago. Did he take this? I guess this is the book Henry said he was given. Might prove that his possession was aided. Someone wanted the island to be invaded by demons, but why? Hold on. So I think Yuri is the next person to talk to. Okay. Time to talk with Yuri.
Ha.
Yeet. Let's leave through that weird thing. Is it this way? No. I'll use this hatch. Alright. Let's roll. I wonder if that like tunnel lines up. Like, wonder if that's the same same distance it takes to go to and from the dead zone to Santa's house. Ugh. You've already had treats, Whimper. I forgot about this dog. Ah. Come on. There. All right. It doesn't feel like the end. It feels like stuff is just starting to make sense, but isn't the end. There's too many loose ends to tie up. But then again, I get to decide when the end is. So that doesn't really matter in this game.
Relic obtained.
Aromatic mushroom obtained. Mushrooms grow all over the island and are prized for their variety of flavors. That's where... Yep, that's where it just was. I've come for you, Yuri Knight.
You reunite.
Let's hang out. Come to chat, Yuri?
Nonsense.
Good time to chat. What now? You seem to be ambitious. Is that a statement or a question?
I don't like this.
Why are you like this?
What are you talking
Like
about?
what? Don't be arrogant, Yuri. You know what.
Insufferable.
I just want people to use language correctly when addressing their betters. Betters?
You got nothing on me.
I am now secretary to the leader of the syndicate. You've advanced well. I have. Having ambition pays off. You should always rise to the top.
Worthless.
Precisely. Without ambition, you have nothing, and will never become better than them. Them? Those around you that are content to while away their lives. What about people that find happiness in contributing rather than ruling? They have a
I
purpose.
don't like
From a certain
this.
Don't be snide
We're
with
done.
me.
Goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Yuri. See, another reason I think that this game is going to be like, oh, you can take apart the whole system from within. Is that like the writing? Like, there's conversations like that where, you know, Lady Love Die is just like, maybe we should work together in some kind of a commune. You know, What about that? Ah, there we go. Jackpot. Enchanted Blue is secured by god hunters in the real world. She's in the pyramids hidden in the caves, in the caverns in the Sahara. The Syndicate exists to resurrect the gods. How can we sit idly by when a goddess is in the hand of the enemy?
Oh,
Retrieving her would be a suicide mission. You're familiar with deception by the gods, right?
What business is
Like
it of
you,
yours?
the disgraced freak? I haven't been deceived. That's a crime. Future councilors can't commit crimes, can we? How did you go through such a big transformation? Enchanted Blue blesses those she deceives with physical perception. Perfection. You're saying I'm perfect, freak? You like what you see? Enchanted Blue blesses those she deceives with physical perfection. Is it like the perfection of the island, perhaps?
don't test me.
I'm not into little boys.
Don't be snide.
Bah,
with
you're a
me.
joke freak. You're going to fail and go back into exile if you keep focusing on everyone except the killer.
I have a bad feeling.
What if
about
you're the
this.
killer? Is this the brilliance of your investigation technique? Just ask rhetorical questions and hope someone confesses?
What business is
Judge
it
made a
of
mistake
yours?
bringing you back. You just suck. I've scanned your phone. You can have it back now.
Freak,
Believe me now, freak? No. No, I don't. The phone records prove my alibi.
The truth is.
There's a
revealed.
10-minute period where your phone went dark. Your alibi as a whole.
Got it.
Lydia told me she lost contact with you last night during this 10-minute window. She tried to contact you while she was waiting at the Paradise Gates just before the murder.
huh?
And?
Why?
Were you in the council building? You didn't want to be contacted?
Nonsense.
Of course not.
Don't make
The reality
me
falling
laugh.
drive must have disrupted the communications. The end of an island, the falling drive does a final burst to power both islands during the transition. The radiation sometimes causes localized areas of communication and electrical interference.
That's weird.
That seems convenient.
Worthless.
What do you want me to say? Were you outside the council penthouse last night, Yuri?
Nonsense.
Of course I wasn't, freak. I found pink petals, which I suspected from your hat, outside the penthouse. I doubt that. So for the record, this is a complete denial? Yes, freak, it is. You won't stand up in court anyway. We'll see. I heard you're missing a ring, Yuri.
What?
Of what interest is that to you? Is this the one? Give me that.
The facts and the truth
It's impolite to
are not
snatch.
the same.
Want to tell me what you're doing what it's doing in the fist of KHX's dead body?
You've got nothing.
I have
on
no
you.
idea. He made it for me and I lost it. Someone probably found it and gave it to him, recognizing his work.
Sure.
Probably. Anything else you want to tell me?
No.
I don't know anything else, freak.
Why?
Why did you shut down the boat trips early, Yuri? What business is that?
yours?
Is it of yours? Just answer the question. It was part of shutting down the island, ready for the end. But why? It never normally happens, and none of the other systems were shut down prematurely.
Insufferable.
Don't question how I do my job, freak. I had some security worries and shut it down.
Is this a fact?
Did it have anything to do
or
with
a truth?
the dead body at the bottom of a cliff?
What?
What dead
How
body?
dare
I have
you.
no idea what you're talking about, but surely this is the jurisdiction of the marshals. You're supposed to be investigating the council
I
murder.
need to investigate this.
It might be linked.
Paradise.
Do you have
feels
anything to do
wrong.
with it?
No.
Definitely not, freak. A lot of bad coincidences then. Must be. You know why a book you took from the library was in Henry's safe? Nothing to do with me.
The facts
Henry
and the
says a
truth
stranger
are
passed
not
him
the
a forbidden
same.
book and told him to keep it a secret. That book is one you accessed.
Pathetic.
Not sure you can prove that, freak. If I remember correctly, the library vaults only record entry and exit, not what was read or taken. You just happen to know that? No, freak. I don't just happen to know that. I use the vault to acquire books of the architect. I know how the system works because I use it often. Did you access the library vault and give forbidden books on demonology to Henry? No.
When
You're the
love
only one
dies,
of these suspects who
all
accessed the
that
vault.
Pathetic.
That doesn't mean the book came from me. Yuri, let's rap for a second.
What are you talking
Rap?
about?
crime is
You put a key.
repulsive.
You put a key in the nightmare computer connected to the obelisk in the beach and activated them. What are you talking
When
about?
love dies,
You did. I've got
all
the
that
logs.
remains are
Don't
the
worry.
facts.
Someone else accessed them, but they were more intelligent than you and used a wireless access device.
Nonsense.
More intelligent? Those insects on the island can barely tie their shoelaces, let alone figure out how the symbols on the obelisk in space.
I'm glad to be
Thanks,
back.
Yuri. For what? You just told me about the symbols on the obelisk, which I didn't ask about, and you only know about if you use them. Where did you get the key from to access the obelisks?
Insufferable.
I have no idea what you're talking about, freak. Oh, don't hold out at me, Yuri. I know you're the secret. I know you know the secret of the second seal. I have nothing else to say. Do you know anything about the third holy seal? Of course not. They're a mystery, so I'm wasting time. What do you know about the fourth holy seal? You mean the holy seal that Henry got through and then killed the council? Yes,
How
that one.
dare you.
How? Who cares? That monster killed them. Let's get the show on the road. Know anything about demons on the island? The marshals killed them all.
Freak.
They should have killed Henry while they were at it. It's coming through. It's coming together. What do I do now? So Yuri just admitted to being at the second seal. Doesn't necessarily mean that he did it. So is this just a matter of just going through and like talking with everyone until there's nothing else to say? Because I'm not sure what else to talk about. Like, I'm kind of curious about hypothetical new logs, but I can't remember anything else. Was someone trying to rile Henry up? The report doesn't mention anything like that. Was it drugs and might attack? Where has a view that would allow an attack that's also out of the way? Alright, I'm gonna go back to the island. I'm gonna go back to the prison island and ask some questions. See if I can find more tire tracks to link Lydia around. Let's talk with this people. Maybe I should talk to these marshals some more. No. Apparently not. Is this anything? No? This looks like a platforming section. Nope. Nope, nope. Nope. Damn.
Brief warning.
let's get up here. Let's get up here. I guess up here. Nope. Damn. Maybe not. Wait a sec. Was someone trying to rile Henry up? The report doesn't mention anything like this. Was it a drug? Is someone going to attack? Where has a view that would allow an attack that's also out of the way? The most out of the way place there is.
Grand Marshal, Echo 14.
See if you have anything else. Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst? No, I didn't, Norachito. Okay. Got a minute, Akiko? You're going to die.
Sure.
You and me. Why do you hate me so much, Akiko? I thought you were the investigation freak. It's not that hard to figure out. What's your problem? Is this a soldier vs. civvy thing? Case file completed. You've solved the mystery. Why does it have to be like this? Way of the world. We exist in different planes. We see different things. I work so that you may sleep at night. You trot around about without a care in a world. You didn't protect it last night. We're done here. Goodbye, Norachito. May your night be bright. May you reach the moon.
Henry Division.
Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst? What do you think? I found a forbidden tome about demonology in your apartment. What are you doing with it? Are you fucking real? Is this one big fucking joke? What the fuck do you think I was doing with it? Propping up a table? I was doing some fucking demon fucking-ology.
The investigator.
Who gave it to you?
Yeah.
A stranger. We went through this already. Is this where your memory fails you? I don't get cute. Let's hang out and have fun. Let's talk Henry. What the fuck is up with the slaughter ritual? Citizens don't get to go to the next island, so a ritual takes place where the citizens are sacrificed to the gods. The temple becomes awash with blood, and the psychic energy of their deaths is directed by the gods to by the high priestess. Don't you think that is really fucked up? It's the worst part of this whole thing. Perfect 25 should end it. No more dead islands.
I'm shocked.
But a big fucking load of kidnapped citizens through, right? But a big fucking load of kidnapped citizens though, right? Sounds real perfect. Whatever. Alright, let's go to the... Let's go home. So where can I take you? No worries, LD. Let's go. I want to go up there. Give me an elevator. Paradise Gates. The passage to the next island sequence. The gates are unlocked until I can solve the case. I already cracked this computer. Oh yeah. Way of Blood Bar. When did I unlock that? I checked it out last game, but I don't remember. I like it when islands end. Change is good. Will we have any more change? We're on perfect 25 now. This will be the last island. Are you sure? No, being sure about anything is a mistake. You never commit to anything, and you let yourself believe too easily. Hair Trigger Whiskey obtained, a delightful blend that gives you the confidence to do what you always wanted but were too scared to, probably. The hell is that?
Relic obtained.
Zealous carving obtained. Carving from the birth of the Syndicate. Citizens worship, the Syndicate worship, and the gods gorge on the psychic energy. Can't believe there's just a whole island here. I just could not find it.
Blood crystal obtained.
Thanks, Shinji. One of the things I'm concerned with is that I'll get to the end of this game and it'll be like, you need 40 blood crystals to progress. The hell is that? Have I been here before? Is this the island? Okay, no. Oh no.
Respawning.
Okay, good. For a second there, I thought there would be like a secret archipelago or something.
Sure.
I have no idea what this is. It has a data port though. Starlight can analyze it. Starlight seems to be having trouble processing this. Encryption detected. Initiating cracking. What the hell is this thing sitting here for? Cracking.
Hey, the hell?
It looks like some kind of audio device. It has a directional speaker that's pointed at Henry's cell. Cracking success. Diagnostic. Battery 52%. Memory crystal state drive. 8 billion terabytes. Recording function enabled. Playback function enabled. Not currently playing. File extension unknown. Device designation MHI AAD manufacturer Masahiro Heavy Industries Syndicate patent. A device that directs oral frequencies at a target for use in riot control and wartime operations. Foreign modification defended. Crystal state drive added. Processing. Data type. Scanning records. Match found. Island sequence 15. Discovery of death scream trauma by Dr. Doomjazz. Data type in device memory matches report. Blah blah blah. Author Dr. Doomjazz. Title Psychic Death Scream Trauma. So this is an oral attack device made by Masahiro Heavy Industries. It directs focus sound at a target in a very narrow cone. It's essentially an audio sniper rifle.
Ooh.
So far, so
Investigate and
normal.
Test me.
But a modification has been done to the device. It plays a type file that Starlight doesn't recognize. The closest match to the data is a report about psychic death scream trauma that Doomjazz filed in Island 15. Why does paradise always have to be so strange?
Sure.
I should speak to the doctor.
Blood crystal obtained.
Alright, so what I've learned now is reading my notes is a good idea. So I'm going to continue doing that. Can I go back to exile? I would like to go back to exile. I've been playing this other open world game called, I mean, you would see it on my channel, which is Sunset Overdrive, which I've been playing off stream and really enjoying, despite really not liking it on stream. I'm finding the story incredibly annoying. But there's a similar kind of like fun that comes from just like going around the open world, picking up the collectibles, and moving around in the right way to proceed. That's just a lot of fun. I guess like the fun of grinding. This game has some fun grinding. That's my observation. Okay, secrets. I've scoured the island. What if I jump at this corner? I can just like jump through. No. I didn't know how to speedrun or glitch, so I'll just leave it. Let's go. Let's check out this area. There's like whole areas I haven't been to. Let's scout around. Terribly designed stairs. I probably should have picked a better starting point, but that's okay. How do we get out? Oh, yeah. Alright. Let's go to a cemetery. Now, do I go to the cemetery? Let's go up this wall, please. Let's do the same thing here, please. Nope. Alright. Alright. I think we have to go to KHX's place and then work backwards from there. I don't think this is a shortcut, but I wish it was. Oh, wait. Promising. Well, this will be a shortcut. Maybe I'll talk with Sam while I'm here. Hey, Sam.
Sam daybreak.
Fancy a drink?
Fancy a drink? Yes.
Fancy a drink.
Is Night Alone okay again? Neat this time? Whatever you recommend. The ice ball you had last time allowed you to savor it for longer, but was chilled. The colder the drink, the less you can taste it. Hope you'll enjoy the pure taste of this blend. It's delicious. What are you blending on this island? Night Alone and the Vortex blend. Maybe you can try it next time. No single malts? Blended whiskey requires a fusion of single malts, but on this island I have focused on serving blended instead of single malts. It is important to practice all areas of your repertoire, isn't it? What's Lydia drinking these days? She enjoys a drink while she paints. She chooses something appropriate to her piece. She enjoys all the different ways of serving. A lot like you, right, LD? There's something to be enjoyed in everything.
The investigator is here.
What about on the next island? It is important to breathe on the new island in. Learn about it, craft a drink that can only be born on that island. The islands give the drinks so much character, don't they? If we make it to the next island. Gotta go, Sam. We'll catch you later. One more thing. No. Did you experience a common blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst? Lydia couldn't contact Yuri for a while. Was that because of a blackout? That's what I'm trying to find out. What were you doing in Doom Jazz's clinic, Sam? What do you mean, investigator? Doom Jazz told me... Pardon me? Doom Jazz told me he'd seen you sneaking around his clinic. We must all be deliberate with words, mustn't we? The wrong word choice can darken truth and cast a false light on conspiracy theory. Conspiracy, can't it? I have a prescription I needed to get from the doctor.
The investigator is
Prescription? After Lydia killed me on the battlefield and my body refused to die, I lived on in this form. I think it suits you. It suits me, don't you? Unfortunately, it's become quite debilitating. A few sequences ago, I began to require regular blood infusion. Where do you get the blood? It's all ethically sourced from Doom Jazz and approved by the council. Every citizen lets blood as part of their worship, and some of that comes my way. Helping the syndicate is helping the gods, right? Please check with Doom Jazz. He'll corroborate my story.
Sure.
You didn't happen to break into a secure container and take a vial of council blood, did you? That's not something I would do, is it? Why would I need to do that? It would be if you were trying to breach the holy seals. Are you accusing me, LD? We'll see. The blood vial in your chiller has the letter K on the label, where first name would be.
Crime.
Kafka Memory's blood sample is missing from Doom Jazz's clinic, and you've been snooping in there. Is there an accusation anywhere here, LD? Do you know what the holy seals are? They are a secret, aren't they? How would I know?
Sure.
One is a blood lock. Several days ago, that blood lock was often opened by Kafka Memory. I'm sure a council member had business in the council building, didn't they? Montserrat decided that the council should only ever enter the penthouse as a group. I think you used that blood sample to gain access to the penthouse. Why would I do that? Are you denying it? Of course I am. I didn't know what the third seal was until just now, did I?
I'm glad to
I never
hear.
said it was a third seal. You didn't, did you? No, I was careful not to. Thanks, Sammy. Okay. Sammy simile there. May where we live in the shadow, and may you reach the moon. Good diversion. How do I get up here? It's raining. It's only rained a handful of times before. I have been here. I just haven't explored it. Alright, let's check out the ziggurat. Island sequence 13 memento obtained. 13th island sequence. The shame of Lady Love dies. She is deceived by damned harmony. He tries to let the good god hunters onto the island to kill us. Praise be to the paradise trigger for saving us. Another ominous as fuck door. Lucky doll obtained. So many things get dropped during the rush to be sacrificed at the end. Inverted pyramid starlight skin obtained. Every pyramid has an inverted doppelganger on another planet. They are linked. One cannot exist without the other. I love that there's just a vending machine there. Statue mind obtained. A fruit juice designed to aid concentration during worship. Offered at a discount price during rituals. Oh. This is where everybody died. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Moonlight Petal carving obtained. A carving about the god Moonlight Petal. Expert terraformer and architect, built with the eternal labyrinth in a dead star. Killed during the great betrayal in her endless city in Siberia. Her corpse is currently buried deep within the Russian catacombs. Oh my god. Hey Shinji. There is an awful lot of random crap scattered around the island, isn't there? The vignettes of lives once lived. That's a poetic way of saying trash. You're just scooping it all up, aren't you?
Got it.
The answers to my mysteries are everywhere. Sorry, I'm keeping you from my hobby of collecting garbage. Don't let me interrupt. controls seem to remove the walkways across the pools. I wonder if I can find the right combination to let me cross. Weird. I'm gonna jump down and come back to this. Feels so weird to do like platforming puzzles. Oh. Oops.
Blood crystal obtained.
A lot of blood crystals, huh?
Relic obtained.
Shadow Zero carving obtained. A carving about the god Shadow Zero, capricious god that caused destruction on every planet she touched. Tentacle armed goat. Man. What an interesting game. Okay, I'll just do the dumb puzzle. Destroyed Eden carving obtained. A carving that details the god destroyed Eden. A huge centaur god that roams space. He made a crown of asteroids and filled their caves with harems of fanged men he encountered on a dying planet. Ugh.
Blood crystal obtained.
Alright. Let's do a puzzle. Let's do a puzzle in just a second. Vile Embrace carving obtained. A carving about the god Vile Embrace. The horrifying twins journeyed across the stars to find new races to dissect. A carnal god whose worshippers engage in extreme sex. Okay. Platforming. Let's solve the puzzle of the platforms. Okay, so far so good. Okay, rotate some angles. There, I can walk across now. Not a difficult puzzle, but sure.
Relic obtained.
Faulty worship stamp obtained. When a citizen completes their allotted worship quota in a day, their report card is stamped. It is also stamped for over worship. Over worship? Can I have a more somber tone? That's how I change the songs. Is this just to get a blood crystal? I don't want a blood crystal, I want more. Give me information.
Blood crystal obtained.
Yes. This place is very frightening. I don't think that's come up as much lately, but this is a very scary island. Even if the horror is very much like everyone keeps talking about slaughtered people, then they finally just go, oh, here's the slaughtered people room. That's effective horror.
Nightmare computer.
I'm sorry? This is the grave of Aiz Kawami. He was old school syndicate and one of the council members. The grave plaque says he died 25 years ago. 25 years ago? The same time that the architect went in hiding. There's an inscription. Heartbreakers, lifesavers, and brothers under the cosmos. That one's so confusing and weird. They're very generous with these.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Got it.
Aiz Kawami's blood vial. This island is built on blood. Blood connects all secrets. What about Henry's blood?
Got it. I have
Damn, a
got
match.
it.
Aiz was Henry's father. That's exciting. A council member had a relationship with a citizen, and now we have Henry. That gives Henry the council blood he needs to break the blood lock on the third holy seal.
Key item obtained.
But there's more to see. It's Shinji. It's a real shame about the murder, isn't it? Hard to have a good time when everyone's so worked up. I'm trying, though. I really am. I'm off to hunt crows? Or cows?
Fast travel unlocked. Starlight skins obtained.
Symbols of secret starlight skin obtained. Do you have secrets? Good. Good? How much do they cost? Can I buy them? What's your price? That's an old friend. This looks weak. I could probably smash it with something. I've literally never smashed anything in this game yet. Give me something to smash it with. Give me a rock.
Crystal obtained.
So far, the lesson I'm learning from this game design is that I don't have to run all the way around a place to find all the secrets, but I enjoy doing it. So I will continue. hate this. I hate it. I wish I had full damage so if I died, I didn't have to come back here again. Syndicate Graveyard. Excellent. Just where I want to be. There's the temple. Any new information?
What the hell? Ha.
So good to be back. Now with double jump.
Ha. Ha.
How do we get up this damn... Get me to this graveyard. How do we get up there? Give me the ability to fly, damn it. I was hoping I could just follow up the river. Just get there. But no.
Love crystal obtained.
Yes. No. Shit. Okay, let's go back. Ugh. Is there like a... I like the sound the skulls make when you walk on them. Everything's about to break. Cool book. I have to walk all the way through again and find a way through that way. Is there symmetry? Nope. Yes! Love a secret exit.
Love crystal obtained.
I'll take it. Alright. So we guess I just go up again through all this. And see where it takes me. No! I don't want to... Oh god. Let's go back to the... Oh no. Okay, not too bad. See, it's a good thing I came back so I could get that blood crystal from this slaughter room. No! Come on. Let's roll. Yes.
Love crystal obtained.
I'm really just walking through this blood without any thought. Okay, so this is the Syndicate graveyard.
Nightmare computer.
Does this get moved with each new world?
Nightmare computer unlocked. Key item obtained.
Blood vial, Grace bloodlines obtained. Blood vials are sealed into coffins so they can't be used illicitly after death. Why is one last kiss directing me to Grace bloodlines blood vial? This is the grave of Grace bloodlines, Henry's murder victim from when he was arrested. Stella can verify this is her blood vial. Haunted complex, crescent, drifting sand, satellite. That's her unique blood code. This is Grace bloodlines blood vial. Why does one last kiss want me to find this? I've
What mysteries are around us?
unexpectedly solved that mystery. Do you understand, investigator? Starlight confirms this is Grace Bloodline's blood vial. Haunted complex, crescent, drifting sand, satellite. That's the blood code from the vial, correct?
Sure.
You could only know that code if you were Grace Bloodlines, our chief exorcist. You were murdered by Henry when he was arrested.
Who would benefit from a crime like this?
Those are facts, but are they the truth?
There is corruption
What
on
keeps
this
someone from
island,
moving on?
investigator.
An obligation, a purpose, an unending rage? Your murder was set up, or was it the wrong place at the wrong time? Who can say? The truth is all around you, investigator. You should read this. What is it? The official report of the murder of Grace Bloodlines. What about the Holy Seals? I had been waiting for that question. Do you know something about them? Another time, investigator.
Crime cannot
Well, I'm
be
not
done.
done with you.
Mystery awaits.
Investigator, aren't you happy about last
I
night?
have a bad
Hard to be
feeling
happy about a
it.
mass murder. That depends on your perspective. You have benefited directly from this mass murder. No more exile for the great investigator.
There is corruption on this island, investigator.
There is corruption on this island, investigator. Demonic taint is the least of our worries when the syndicate is rotten. The council deserve nothing less.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Sounds like you have motive.
Do you
The syndicate is built on dead
understand,
bodies.
investigator?
Egos and ambition can only be sustained by death.
What mysteries are
I am a
around us?
casualty on the path, left to bleed out for someone's benefit. Can you imagine what benefit that would be, investigator? The council deserve to die, sliced to ribbons. Tell me about this corruption. The syndicate is full of plotters and conspirators. So many of them have their little games. Last night someone played the winning hand. Do you know who did it? Yes and no. I have some answers but not all. Where were you at the time of the murder? I have no alibi, investigator. You're the only person on the island that knows I exist.
Don't test me.
Did you murder the council? Of course not, investigator. They deserve to die, but they deserve to be murdered by someone else. I have a vested interest in the whole system coming down, not just the top players. Cool. One last kiss, we are friends. If I may offer some advice, the syndicate are all backstabbers. If you believe there is conspiracy, break one of the suspects at the trial. They'll crumble and will turn on each other. I look forward to our next conversation, investigator. I do hope you have more interesting questions. An unknown player in this madness. Who is she and what does she want? She disappeared. There is a spirit lingering in this world driven by rage and revenge. Perfect.
The investigator is here.
There's more to her death than the official story. If she was murdered as part of some kind of a plot, that gives her a real motive for killing the council. Let's look at the report of her murder. Henry became possessed, and the arresting officer was Akiko. Akiko requested the president of Grace Bloodlines, the syndicate's exorcist.
I don't like this.
During the exorcism, Akiko left the room, and Henry took the opportunity to kill Grace by strangulation. His demonic strength allowed him to break through his restraints and quickly kill her. He apparently carved the same symbol scorched into his skin into Grace's body.
Got it.
Before his arrest, Henry murdered his own mother, Rena Division.
I don't like
He strangled her and scorched her body with demonic sigils. Doom Jazz examined the bodies and confirmed it. Henry was subdued, arrested, and pronounced guilty without a trial. One Last Kiss seems to think this isn't so straightforward. I need to speak to Akiko about the lapse of procedure, and Henry to see if he remembers anything, which is unlikely. Maybe Doom Jazz can help since he examined the victims. Now let's see the other body. If there is another body. No. 2 council members died. Very key ones at that. Oh. Yay!
Crystal obtained.
Oh, and I just gotta check if that's just the place it was before. It wasn't? Oh, wait. It wasn't, but I have been, yeah. Okay. So, people to interrogate. Doom Jazz. Male Buddy. Akiko. Henry. Others. Where do I go for one last kiss? Oh, one last kiss is still here. Man, it's so interesting to have you like one last kiss, like hiding away in the weird like cemetery, and have to go far away from everyone else to meet with her here. New suspect, cool. Wait, where is she? There. Incredible.
One last kiss.
Hang out. Good time to chat. I have all the time in the world until the island ends.
Sure.
I want to ask you about being deceived by a god. You're the expert in that, aren't you, investigator? You are our exorcist. You are the expert in all things astral. I want to know how it happens. The victim catches the attention of a god. The god begins to speak to them in their dreams. Why do you think they caught the attention of a god? I was the head of the Paradise Psycho unit. A perfect target for the machinations of a god looking for power.
What needs to
Damned
be
Harmony
done
saw an
around
opportunity with you, the key that would unlock the syndicate. He wanted to kill us all and feed off the released psychic energy. The immortal syndicate have a lot of energy to give off. He might have resurrected. He'd have been the only god in town. The gods have no sense of community, do they? Frighteningly antique, yet they have learned nothing.
Aren't you paying attention, investigator?
Stay out of the shadow of your past, investigator. What was Montserrat's plan with regards to demons?
Investigator.
Millennia ago, he would never have gone along with Camelina's plan. He changed. He wanted control. All rulers do. The Syndicate wasn't reviving gods fast enough. We were struggling with the demons, a continual thorn in our sides. Camelina's plan to block demonic corruption was flawed. The demons would be repelled from the island structures, but would still possess our cattle. They will scapegoat the citizens. He could come back fiercer on them. A nice move for an aspiring despot. That isn't the Montserrat I remember. Immortality isn't a good thing. It warps the mind. He followed in the footsteps of Ezekiel. They went too far. The new island is born. You will have to live with it. I love having something to look forward to. How has Carmelina demon-proofed the island? Demons and gods are just alien beings from different worlds. They enter our world through psychic pathways that bridge huge distances in the universe. Traveling along a pathway breaks down the demon's form. Their psychic image crosses space and gathers as solid matter when they arrive at the island. The marshals hunt those demons down and exterminate them. Soldiers have their uses after all. When demons don't manage to assume a fully corporeal form, they soak into the physical structure of the island.
Sure.
And the island becomes corrupted.
Aren't you paying attention, investigator?
The rot sets in and the island must end. Carmelina and Masahiro Heavy Industries developed a new technique that repels this corruption. Their plan is to change the particles in our air, stopping demons from being able to latch on to the physicality of the island. The very concrete will repel the demons.
That's strange.
Does that mean the Perfect 25 will be filled with demons floating around in the air? That's the dirty secret. Demons will still come to the island. They need somewhere to go. The next best thing to come to the island structure. Next best thing to the island structure are the minds of the citizens. Perfect 25 will be a hotbed of demonic possession. Human minds are malleable and porous. Unlike concrete, we have a certain amount of latent psychic ability. Interesting. The structure of the island will be safe and permanent, but the citizens are the sacrifice being made to the pursuit of perfection.
I have a bad feeling about this.
The marshals will be
Do
busy,
you understand,
and so will you if you
investigator?
get to reform the Paradise Psycho
The
unit.
investigator is here.
That's not my priority. It will be. How is a god's deception different to the illegal communication that allows demons onto the island? Do you believe a human has the same ability to speak across the vast and infinite cosmos as a god? We are amateurs at opening the psychic pathways. The pathways are weak and easy to breach. The gods can speak across the universe without attracting the baying demonic hordes.
Do you understand, investigator?
The victims' dreams are filled with visions of the gods. They become the gods' thrall, executing their will for promises of power. The victim doesn't realize it has happened. It is subtle, insidious.
Sorry.
That's how it was with me.
Dreadful.
The Syndicate hasn't worked out how to deal with god deception yet. The actions you take at the behest of a god are criminal, but you're a victim of the god. I hope that answers your question.
I'm glad to be back.
It did, thank you. Jesus. Alright, I think I'm going to do these, and then I'm going to finish for the night. Last interrogation, because this is going to be a big one. Do you think this was all Henry? Aren't you paying attention, investigator? Of course I don't. I've seen people doing things. Loyal servants turn to conspirators. Someone found out how to breach the council building. I was there. I saw them. A devilish plan.
Got it.
Who? That would be far too easy. Who do you think has motive? Very direct investigator.
Don't test me.
It has been a long millennia. It has been a long millennia. I'm a little cranky. What if there were no more islands to end? Someone wouldn't have a job to do. Witness? And who would benefit from a crime like this? Who would suddenly be called upon to protect against danger?
I don't like this.
Akiko?
Mysteries
Time to start
of
asking questions,
blood.
investigator. You're the last person I'm questioning. What do you know about Akiko?
Are you happy with your
Would you have a hammer all you see as nails? She's been trying to roll more power into her marshals.
That's weird.
Power? Akiko wants non-military roles to be taken by her troops. I was on her list. She saw dealing with demons only as a military problem.
Do you understand, investigator?
Exorcisms shouldn't be done by soldiers. They're not trained for it. Akiko disagreed. So I killed the council. Scare the next council into militarizing. Create a soldier's paradise.
Are you happy with your
Do you think
truth?
that's enough of a motive? Did you see Henry while you were floating around on the island last night? Did I? Didn't I? I don't know what to
I
say.
don't like this.
Why?
Those are
That's the key to this whole thing. You need to investigate it yourself. What can you tell me about the sigils scorched into Henry's skin? Demons speak in arcane tongues. During a possession, the demon is screaming in rage. The victim screams in the tongue of the demon, but the noises humans are capable of making are too limited.
There is corruption
We cannot
on
pronounce
this
demonic
island,
languages. We
investigator.
don't have the vocal range or understanding. Sometimes the demon's psychic force wills the words into existence. This can take a number of forms: telepathy, unearthly sounds, loss of vision, and so on. I really like how she refers to like humans as something that she is. It's we rather than they, despite the difference in social class. In Henry's case, the white-hot rage of the demon caused the sigils to be scorched in his body. His body was burned from the inside. His insides are probably destroyed. His physical form is being held together by the demon. Do these sigils affect anyone else? Those he comes in contact with will also have them scorched into them.
Ooh,
What
the
kind of
investigator
contact?
is here.
A strong embrace. The skins need to be pressed against another skin for several seconds. The same sigils were found in blood at the crime scene. Would Henry have
Do you
done these?
understand,
Drawing is an expression of the
investigator?
human mind. When you draw, you communicate something in your mind outwards. The demon has already found a way to express his emotions outwards by scorching Henry's body. The demon already has a canvas. It doesn't need another one. So why are there symbols at the scene?
Your
That's for you to
impression,
find out, investigator. I'm barely an expert on demons, not crime scenes. It's to frame Henry, right?
Sure.
Could the demon make Henry draw them?
Mystery awaits.
The demon does not control Henry. It causes him to act, but he chooses how to act. Do you see the difference? Like a boss tells you what to do, not how to do it? Precisely. If Henry were to do that, he'd be doing it under his own volition. I don't know about you, but I can't draw characters from a language I don't understand. Tell me why a witness might want to kill the council. Witness is damaged. He worked himself up into a religious craze. He started thinking things that shouldn't be thought about.
That's strange.
What things? He's become apocalyptic, fatalistic, convinced the end is upon us. How does a ghost know this? Before I died, he came to see me. He had questions about demons, and I was the exorcist after all. He'd become fixated on the idea that a sea of demons would crash upon the island and wipe us out. A flood sent by the gods to wash away sin.
Sure.
What did he want to know from you? Other signs to look for. Can we divine from the stars if a flood is coming? Harmless questions from someone who has the responsibility of overseeing the end of islands. His role is to look for signs that an island is going to end and to make sure the death and birth happen properly.
Who would benefit from a crime like
The innocuous questions come first. Then he started asking about initiating a demonic invasion or using demons as weapons. Why ask about that? He dressed it up in pretense about the warning signs at the end of an island. I'm not a fool, though. You don't ask those questions unless there is dark intent.
Got it.
What did you tell him? How demons enter the island, how possession works, all standard topics that everyone in the syndicate is educated on. So why was he asking? I think he was hoping for some nuance or detail that wasn't public knowledge. I didn't give anything away. There are forbidden secrets that the exorcists guard.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Let me ask you a direct question. Do you think the witness was trying to use demons to cleanse the island? That I can't say. He certainly was fixated on it, though. Did you see Yuri last night? He was in the gardens
All
investigator.
around you,
But what if there
investigator.
was a gap? You should speak to Lydia. Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst? It would be very convenient for that to happen last night, wouldn't it? I think whoever told you that is lying. What do you know about the second holy seal?
Those are facts, but are they
The mystery of
truth?
mysteries. What is it? What is the secret? The closely guarded secret. People have found the answer.
The investigator
Who?
is here.
That's too
Got
easy.
it.
I'm a busy woman. You hope that the path is worth treading. I have seen things, people talking, things being discarded. You'll need to search behind contrivances. In your professional opinion, could the demon possessing Henry keep Henry alive in the depths of space? There haven't been any recorded instances of it, but the universe is vast and mysterious place. When a demon possesses a person, they fuse with them, sometimes purely physically, sometimes only psychically. Henry's demons did both. It exerted significant power over Henry. Enough power to allow his body to withstand a vacuum. Demons are not from our planet. They come from the most terrifying reaches of the cosmos. They are attuned to space in a way we can never be. Hold on 2 seconds. When I talk about demons, I don't want to freak out everyone. Some demonic races exist only as psychic shadows. Some navigate the edges of black holes. Some bend cosmic energy into huge cities. That's a cool concept. The right demon would definitely hold a human body together while outside of our world. What about psychically feeling out and manipulating a lock on another planet? The second holy seal sounds thrilling, investigator. It varies from race to race, but most demons understand space far better than us. They understand that the cosmos isn't just physical, it exists as a psychic plane as well. Some demonic races can see the psychic shape of space. They can see the essence of everything and know how it is linked on planes we can't comprehend.
Sure.
What are the chances of a demon possessing Henry being one that can hold his body together in a vacuum of space and psychically perceive the inner workings of a secret lock?
Mystery awaits.
What are the chances of the council being murdered and the exiled investigator being brought back? Slim, then? You need to decide what the truth is. I'm not interested in that question anyway. Do you know anything about the fourth holy seal? I know it requires godliness to get through.
Weird.
How do you know that? A spirit can go places others can't. How can someone get through it? Find out how to become close to a god. How about Henry? What are gods and demons when you get down to it? Aliens, beings from the depths of the universe. How could the syndicate differentiate between a demon and a god? What if that's the flaw in their plan? Could a demon get through the god seal? Could it? This shit's great. What's the difference between a demon and a god?
The investigator is here.
Know anything about demons on the islands? I was wondering when you'd encounter them.
What the hell?
Them?
Who would
I have
benefit
seen a
from
lot of
kind
things,
like
watched a lot of
me?
people do a lot of things. Have you heard the rumors? A secret demonology research room run by someone it shouldn't
Got
be?
it.
I've heard them. There's a secret in the dead zone. But there's a problem with that, isn't
I
there?
have a bad feeling
The
about
dead zone is
this.
off limits. You need the correct key to get in and you'd be logged.
Aren't you paying
Precisely.
attention,
What if there was
investigator?
another way in there? A tunnel, perhaps.
What the hell?
What tunnel? You like to drink, investigator? A nice wine on a summer's evening at the best bar in
Who would
town?
benefit from
A stroll
kind
afterwards,
like me?
perhaps? Behind the bar, exploring the world, and what do you
Don't
find? Who?
Test me.
That's the interesting bit, isn't it? Our dear witness, going where he shouldn't.
Sure.
Anyone else? Mr. Daybreak is a very naughty boy, isn't he? So deciphering all that, Witness has been using a tunnel behind Santa's bar to get into the dead zone, so he can use the secret demonology lab. I'm so frustrated with your little way of talking sometimes. It's great because we have, like, One Last Kiss, who is, like, very factual, and very, like, here is some facts. And then there's, Crimson Acid, who is, like, a similar role of, like, here is some facts about the world and such. Here were, like, some fun rumors. And so it's, like, the difference between, like, facts and rumors. And it's so interesting finding out, like, similar information from, like, different angles. Or different information, probably. That's more accurate. What happened? Tell me more about what happened. I received a call from our dear Grand Marshal. She had arrested someone that possessed and needed an exorcism. I was meeting with architect Carmelina at the time. A meeting about what? The next island, Perfect 25. One of her obsessions had been creating structures which repelled demonic corruption. She asked to come with me to view the exorcism. Is that normal? No, but I understood her interest. We arrived and she inspected the scene before I started my exorcism. She left to wait outside of the apartment. Henry was secured and Nikiko stepped out of the room to speak to Carmelina. I slipped into my meditative trance to perform the
What
exorcism.
mysteries are
Planes-
around us?
Planes of existence swirled around me. Was lost in the maelstrom with no sense of place or direction.
Enjoy perfect 25.
Then the life was being choked out
Investigator.
of me. I had no idea who the attacker was or which direction they came from. I died, murdered. A short while later, I was floating above the island. I felt an all-consuming rage. I drifted towards the heavens, but my fury allowed me to claw my way back onto the island. Now here I am.
Sure.
These islands, huh?
Do you
More than you know.
understand, investigator?
What do you know about KHX's disappearance? Another mystery for the great investigator. I don't know what happened to him, but he's still on the island somewhere. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night?
Do you
Speak to the
understand,
Grand Marshal
investigator?
investigator. See if you believe her. Did you see the architect last
Who
night?
would benefit
Have you
from a
asked
crime
witness?
like
Convenient
this?
she was there, isn't it? Did you see the Crimson last night? You should speak to her investigator. She doesn't have an alibi anyone can corroborate. This is like talking to the heart and Dishonored. This is rad. Did you see the doctor last night? His clinic holds a secret.
All around you, investigator.
Did you see Lydia and Sam last
Who would
night?
benefit
The logs
from
of the
a
Paradise
crime
case will
like
confirm
this?
several things. The alibis and their time frame. Consider the time frame, investigator. Did you see Witness to the end last night?
Mystery awaits.
Witness and Carmelina spent the evening together. I wonder if that means anything. Do you know anything about the murder of the martial guards outside of the council building?
What mysteries
The council
are
building is
around
awash with
us?
evidence. Investigator, check everywhere. What secrets does the sea hold? What about reaching for the sky? What do you know about their escape last night?
The truth is
Everyone
all
is
around
lying.
you,
What about the distance and the
investigator.
time? Have you checked that? Did Henry go through the Syndicate HQ? He'll have been logged if he did. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago?
What mysteries are
Was his
around
possession
us?
when those wheels were set in motion? You should find out. What if someone set him up? What if this was part of the plan? What if someone needed to trigger the end of the island? What if someone accessed the grimoires in the library? Do you know anything about the third holy seal? Who could get through there?
Are you happy
A
with
special
your
lock
truth?
requires an unusual key. Alright. May you always live in the shadow, and may you reach the moon. What a cool conversation. So yeah, I'm gonna save it there.
Game saved.
And yeah, so we'll finish up there. The nice view over the island where that weird god is. Can I jump up there? No.
Ha-
Let's break this with the truth. All right, so we'll finish up there. It's getting very interesting. I feel like the next one might be the last, potentially. I feel like one of the things I was missing was an entire character. So maybe it's the next one, maybe not. But yeah. In the meantime, subscribe to the YouTube. Follow me on Twitter and all the rest of it. And this archive, as soon as I'm done with this here, is going to be uploaded to my YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out and check out all the other ones. It's getting kind of long now, but you can see my entire playthrough. You can look back and see things that I've forgotten myself. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, and yeah, have a good one. Adios. Switch to the thing. Let's go to this thing elegantly. Let's go to the end thing. All right. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out. And yeah, we'll end it there. Adios.